Man, what's good, chat? I ain't even late. 1 to 10. How we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Yo. What's good, Rob? What's good, chat? What's good, mom? What's good, chat? What's good, what's good, chat? What's good, what's good, chat? What's good, ladies and gentlemen? I hath returned. Once more, yet again. Black hoodie. I repeat, black hoodie. Yo, Pazer, woman, V, 2B, KM, CaseOh separate, LG, Ermis, Nay, UN, Saul, Dr. XX, Chase, D, Willow, Sleepy, Nurse, Vintage. Appreciate y'all. W Subbers Baked, Stan, Soldier, Haley, Olive, John, Starry, Italian, yo, W Subbers, man. Appreciate y'all, W Subbers, for real. Chat, how's everybody's day been on a scale of 1 to 10? Let me hear it, huh? How we been doing? Huh? Chat, y'all miss me, be honest. Type Baloney if you miss me, chat. Be real with me. Huh? Type Baloney if you miss your boy at least a tad. At least a tad. See that? That's a tad right there. A tad. A tad. Dude, I want a bologna sandwich so bad, man. I know I say that a lot of times when we talk about bologna up in here, but dude, I want me's a dadgum bologna sandwich with mustard and onions on it, man. Fried bologna? No, not even fried. Just straight up out the package, thick cut bologna. Right? Because regular bologna slices are like that thick, but thick cut, you're about like that thick right there. Oh man, it's so good. Better yet, you can just go buy a whole slab of bologna and cut it up yourself. Oh man! Dude! That's what we... Oh, Chad, y'all ever bought just a big slab of bologna? Y'all ever do that, Chad? Y'all never done that? Dude, when I used to work for the water department, Chad, there was this one night, it was the middle of winter. There was like a blizzard going on outside. It was bad. And there was one little a big giant water main that busted. They were shooting water like 30 feet in the air. And it was in the middle of a blizzard outside. We stayed working on that thing from 6 o'clock that night to 9 the next morning when it was like 2 degrees, middle of a blizzard. We was eating bologna sandwiches. Only reason we was surviving, bro. No joke. It was so cold. Try to imagine. It's like 2 degrees, blizzard snowing outside. You're in a hole with water shooting out. My whole beard was froze. I looked like Santa Claus walking around. My beard was actually frozen. Eating bologna sandwiches too. They bought a big old bologna and some bread. Yep, I'll never forget as long as I live. One of the worst nights of my life right there. One of the worst nights of my life. Yo, Tony Baloney with 5 gifted. Yo, W Tony Baloney with the 5 gifted. Appreciate you. Look at Tony Baloney. But no, for real, chat. If you ain't never had a bologna sandwich, you need to get one. People think, you know what I mean? People think bologna ain't good, but I'm here to tell you different. Don't let nobody tell you that bologna ain't good. Okay? I could eat a bologna sandwich every day. Yo, Peck with the 5 gifted, W Peck, and Karma with the 10, W Karma with the 10 as well. Thank you. Chat, what's the best cold cut sandwich you think you can get? Cold cut. Cold cut. Turkey? Look up how bologna is made. I bet it's going to be like the same exact process as Spam, though. It's pretty much the same thing. Yo, Booty Chopper with the 5 gifted. Ham ain't bad. Roast beef really good. Ham ain't bad if you got some cheese and mayo. And roast beef sandwiches are good if you got Swiss cheese and mayo. Oh man, it's crazy how different meat has different toppings that you got to use. You know what I mean? Like literally. Not at the moment, Kane, but probably one day. Appreciate you. I'm not sure what that is, but I got you. Vic, thank you. Yo, Zach with 5,000 bits. What's the coldest temperature you've ever been in? I remember being stuck in a snowstorm when it was negative 37. It ain't, oh man. I ain't never been, I don't know, probably like -2 or something like that. Probably like -2. I don't know though. But I ain't never been when it was that cold. But the thing is, yo, Chips with the 5. Whether it's 10 degrees or -10, I feel like it's the same thing. Maybe I'm tripping, but once it hits a certain coldness, it's like, okay, at this point, it really don't even matter. Unless you get into like death zone cold. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I might one day, Haley. Thank you. Appreciate you, Thunder, as well. What'd you say? If you feel 10 and -10, it's huge. See, I disagree with that. It's cold. You know what it is, Chad? It's cold either way. Whether it's 10 degrees or -10, it's cold, bruh. It just is. Yo, Haley with 5,000 bits. Yo, give me some W's for Haley with the 5,000 bits. Oh my goodness. Yo, W Haley with the 5,000 bits. Appreciate you. Thank you, Haley. Do we see how Baloney's made? I could. Yo, Earth with the 10 gifted. W Earth with the 10 gifted. But here's the thing. I bet it's gonna be the same thing as spam, chat. I don't care if they're making. I don't care if Baloney's made out of humans. I'd still eat it. No doubt. Undeniable. Undeniable. I would. That's how good bologna is. How bologna is made. Is it on here? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see, chat. I'm looking. Hold on. There's a bologna history. Chat, they have a history of bologna. Look at this. The history of bologna, dude. The history.
Hey, Joe, what are you doing?
Bologna's mid? No, it's not.
You didn't cough.
Actually, yeah, bologna is mid, but that's all it's supposed to be. Matter of fact, yeah. Yeah, bologna is mid, but that's all it's supposed to be. What else is it supposed to be doing? It's a highly processed lunch meat that don't cost that much money. Of course.
Who among us hasn't stumbled home after a night out, stepped
Apparently people in chat haven't.
into the kitchen and opened the fridge only to find it empty, except for a dog-eared package of bologna
Lord have mercy. How many pieces of bologna do you have on that sandwich?
and half a squeeze bottle of mayo? Do you sulk? Let the refrigerator door swing shut while you mope off to bed? But what is bologna? You eat
Goodness.
it, you love it, but can you wax poetic about it? Today on Weird History Food, we're going to talk about the history of bologna.
Man.
But before we sharpen our knives, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History
Chad,
Food
I can't
channel.
believe there's bologna haters in here, bro. I actually can't believe it. I can't believe there's bologna haters. I can't.
Then leave a comment and let us know what other lunchtime staples you would like to know more about. Okay, time to get to the bottom of my bologna.
It's disgusting. It is literally not disgusting or aggressive at all. Right? I mean, come on, bruh.
It is a mystery meat, despite popular belief. Bologna, or bologna, whatever your pronunciation, is pork, beef, chicken, turkey, or a combination thereof.
Wow, that's actually insane. What?
Whatever your pronunciation, is pork, beef, chicken, turkey, or a combination thereof that is finely ground with fat, salt, and spices.
Whoa, that looks kind of crazy. Oh my goodness.
A delicious seasoned meat paste.
Oh man.
There might be nondescript trimmings in there, fatty cuts and butchery byproducts like organ meat, but let's just leave it at that as far as the mystery surrounding bologna goes. The spices can include black pepper, myrtle berries, nutmeg, allspice, celery seed, and coriander, and are identified only as flavor.
Look, it's not even bad for you either. It's really not that bad. Well, ooh, never mind. Yeah, it's kind of bad. No, that's actually horrible. Wow, never mind. Wow, that is bad. Oh my goodness. Does it got red 40 in it? Wait, I can't eat it no more. It ain't got red 40 in it. Wow, it don't have red 40, chat. Per slice. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, chat. It is. I mean, look, we're not eating bologna because it's healthy, right? I mean, come on, bro. We ain't eating bologna because it's healthy. But this bad. It's 60 calories and it's 35 calories from fat. Not gonna lie, the 7% sodium thing from one slice of this is kind of ridiculous. That's the main thing. Did I leave my sink running? Hold up.
Flavorings or spices on the ingredient label. This tasty mixture is shaped into a loaf and cooked and sliced and packaged for your use as a meaty hangover suppressor. The best meats come in loaves. Ask for bologna in Italy and the Italians will wince at your pronunciation and then point to a spot on the map in the north-central part of the country. In Italy, Bologna, not pronounced Baloney, is primarily...
There's a Bologna, Italy. I wonder if you go here and say that I'm in Bologna, Italy, they'll like beat you up for calling it Bologna and not Bologna. You think they do that? You think people from there are like if you call it Bologna, they just beat you up?
City, not a cold cut. And Bologna is where the thick Italian sausage called mortadella originated centuries ago.
That looked good,
mortadella, Bologna's exalted ancestor,
dude,
was
look how
considered
good that looks, bro.
A delicacy. It was made by grinding pork meat into a paste that was mixed with cubed fats and spices, stuffed into a casing, and cooked. The sausage takes its name from the Italian mortaio, or mortar,
Mortar,
which was
yeah, I
used
knew
to break
that.
down pork.
Maybe someone could help me write my wedding vows.
How about this? I, Anna, take you.
I'm trying to see how bologna was made.
Its full name is Mortaio della Carne di Maiale, mortadella for short.
Che buona mortadella.
The pigs from which mortadella was made were so...
R.I.P. them pigs dead now, Chad. R.I.P. R.I.P. bro, they gone. Man, they wrong.
important a commodity that, as far back as the year 1000, the forests they inhabited were measured not in surface area, but by the number of animals they could support. Mortadella was so prized that an organization of charcuterers was founded in the 1200s to police its method of production.
What are you injecting
By
it
the
with?
1700s, if you were a salumiere, someone who made salumi or cured meats, and
Salami, too.
your mortadella didn't cut the mustard, so to speak, you could be fined or even stretched on the rack. And your inventory could be
This baloney action gets serious, buddy.
destroyed. Subpar mortadella, therefore, might have been called something completely different, the name of the town in which it was made, something like Bologna. So why doesn't bologna look like mortadella? The U.S. Department of Agriculture requires that the ingredients in bologna be comminuted,
That looks so good. Oh man.
or reduced to minute particles. Thus, the fat and spices in bologna are invisible, whereas those in mortadella are extremely visible and give the sausage an appetizingly mottled appearance. That's right. Hide your shame, bologna. Hide your delicious, delicious shame. We've determined that our pink paste subject was probably named for the city in which it, or its predecessor, mortadella, was born. But in Italy, that city is pronounced Bologna, so why do we call this sweetmeat bologna? Linguist Mark Lieberman's theory
Bro! They got this dude they got bro holding a sandwich.
Postulates that anglicized pronunciations of Italian place names like Italia, Sicilia, and Lombardia become clipped. So Italia becomes Italy, Sicilia becomes Sicily, and so on. Lieberman also points out that the city of Bologna was called Bologna way back in the day. So it sounds
I want to move to Bologna, Italy.
plausible that Bologna
Chad, would you live in Bologna, Italy, just because that's where Bologna's from?
might be an anglicized version of the city's name.
Bologna.
Baloney.
Other theories cite early Italian Americans' penchant for shortening or changing the pronunciation of Italian words as they imported them into American English dialect. Take, for example, rigat for ricotta.
That's
or
cocaine.
prosciutto for prosciutto. It could be that Bologna was shortened to Bologna, and eventually the Y was tacked on at the end.
But
Or
that's not how you spell
be
it,
that
though,
Bologna
bro. That's the
was
problem.
shortened to Bologna, and eventually the Y.
That ain't how you spell. That's how it should be spelled. Let's be real. This is how baloney should be spelled. Right here. Baloney. You could have just left it at this right here. But now it's overcomplicated. And it's, what is it? I'm about to spell it with my eyes closed. How is it again? Balogna. That's how you spell it, right? Or either this or Baloney.
was tacked on at the end. Or perhaps the pronunciation change was as simple as the influence of the British word blarney, or the widespread Irish name Maloney, both of which would have been common words around the time the
Maloney's
pronunciation
baloney's.
happened. Whatever the origin, lexicographer Ben Zimmer notes that the knee pronunciation of the sausage was widely used in the 19th century, around the time other Italian place names were likely being anglicized. A humor piece being published in 1857 referring to Bologna sausage is the earliest example
Sausage.
he's found. Sounds like a Chicago beat cop ordering lunch. The point is, nobody really
That's
knows
how sausage should be spelled.
the change in
Sausage.
pronunciation came about. And for that matter, how did the word baloney come to be synonymous with nonsense? Well, that's a whole other
Let me get
subject.
some of that sausage.
Ah, that's a lot of baloney.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
Nah.
Kraft Real Mayonnaise, made with eggs from farms right
Man,
here in
come
America.
on.
Real
Ugh,
good
you see the
ingredients,
tomatoes?
Real good taste.
Dude, I want the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile so bad. Chat, do y'all not? Ever since I was a kid, I wanted the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, dude. I don't know where you can get one. I wonder if they got one for sale, bro. I want that thing. You know what I mean?
Despite its Italian lineage, American bologna probably traces its particular ancestry to
Who
German
made that
immigrants
bologna sandwich?
who settled in the Midwest in the 1800s. They brought with them the sausages and methods of production of their homeland.
Sausage. Chat, sausage is so good.
Of every
This why it clears bacon. Sausage is the building block of life.
variety. The best of the worst, if you will. One of these immigrants was Oscar Ferdinand Meyer, who
That's the
came
dude that made the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
to the U.S. from Bavaria with his family in 1873 at age 14.
Yo,
Just
pay
like
Penny
that,
Chris with a 5, thank you.
everyone's ears just perked up. Yeah, that Oscar Meyer. He apprenticed with a butcher and then spent 6 years working in a meatpacking plant. By 1880, he was itching to go into business for himself. He
I
wrote
want
to
a
a
hot
brother, Gottfried,
dog.
in Germany, and encouraged him to take up sausage making. Gottfried apparently liked the idea, learned his chops, pun intended, then joined Oscar in the U.S. The pair leased a failing meat market in Chicago in
Give me hot
1883 and
dog,
opened up
yeah.
shop. On their first day, they made $59.
Y'all fell off. You made $59? Oh, they fell off.
About $1,700 in today's money. So the company's
Oh, never mind.
prospects
$1,700 in today's money. Never mind.
seemed good. So good, in fact, that when their lease expired in 1888, the landlord refused to renew, thinking
Cap.
he might go back into business for himself and capitalize on the Myers' reputation. Oscar and his brother moved on,
No
borrowed
way. They did them dirty.
$10,000 and bought their own building nearby. Another brother, Max, came on as the business
About to say that there's no way that's him, but it says paid actor.
accountant. The new venture was an immediate success. with neighbors flocking to the shop for old world sausages and meat. Over the nearly with neighbors flocking to the shop for old world sausages.
Why are they holding it like it's a world record fish?
And
Yo, happy birthday, Jay.
Over the nearly
Thank you.
century and a half since Oscar Mayer has
Happy birthday,
prospered,
Jay.
not only due
Golden
to
with
its
the five,
products,
thank
but
you.
also as a result of its innovation, think vacuum-sealed packaging, which prevents waste, or pre-sliced bacon. Yeah, really think about pre-sliced bacon.
Bacon mid, bro. Dude, why are we glazing bacon all the time?
Look how thin that is. See, that's all surface area. The taste has nowhere to hide.
And of course, there was the marketing. In 1929,
Bro,
Oscar Mayer's
tripping.
ubiquitous yellow band trademark made its debut, and continues to exist in modified form to this day.
Wait a second. Is he on to something? If you cook something that's the same surface area as the skillet, there's no flavor that can escape. It has to stay in the skillet.
The Wienermobile and its pilot, a little person known as Little Oscar, first appeared in 1936
Just
and would be
saying.
a part of the company's promotional strategy for decades. These days, the cheeky Oscar Mayer fleet includes a hot dog delivering Wiener Mini, a Wiener Cycle, Oscar Mayer fleet includes a hot dog delivering Wiener Mini, a Wiener Cycle, a Wiener Drone, and a
Wienermobile!
Wiener Rover, in addition to the classic Wienermobile.
Wienermobile.
And then there are the jingles. Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer Wiener. Sorry, my version may have reminded you
Okay.
of the jingles,
Yeah.
so it'll be in your head all day.
Yeah.
Maybe this will help. My Baloney has a first name. Do 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 do.
I wonder why this is the most replayed part of the video right here.
Honey,
Wait, what?
with COVID-19 and my heart disease, I'm not gonna wait. If it's COVID,
Baloney's popularity rose with that of all Oscar Mayer products, but not solely because of the company's success. Along with technological advances in the 1920s,
Use a
came
lie!
a faster pace of business. Lunchtime began to lose its leisurely vibe, giving rise to the sandwich. The New York Times proclaimed in 1924 that the day of the sandwich has arrived. Men have no time to sit around and leisurely
You mean to tell me sandwiches were only invented in 1924?
waiting for large orders. They must grab a bite, preferably wholesome and satisfying, but essentially without delay. So instead of a steaming plate of corned beef and cabbage or steak and onions, working men started tucking into shaved ham and cheese with horseradish and mustard between two slices of bread. Or more likely, instead of tucking in, wrapping it to go.
Bread was made in
Fortunately, the Great
1930.
Depression struck just a few years later, following the stock market crash of 1929. Suddenly, finding a quick bite to eat for lunch was no longer the problem. Millions of Americans were having trouble finding anything to eat at all.
Sliced
Soup
bread.
kitchens appeared, with long lines of the unemployed queuing up for something hot. Meat was scarce and expensive. For those who could afford it, bologna was an economical alternative. It kept well and was made of less expensive
Who
parts of
invented
the
bread?
animal. That trend continued during the war years of the 1940s when, again, meat was an expensive commodity and subjected to war rationing. In the workplace, sandwiches of bologna and other
So
processed
you see, that's why I can't ask y'all nothing. Because this all I see when I said who invented bread. This all I see, bro. Like, dude.
meats such as Spam were common for lunch.
Double-decker bologna sandwich!
Workers
Bro,
might then
why
go
you
home
so
for a dinner of
happy?
fried bologna. Bologna for every meal of the day was the cure weary Americans needed. Bologna got another boost as a source of fuel for America's inquiring young minds.
Bro, are
In
you
the opening years of
good?
the 20th century, most school kids went home for lunch. In the 20s and 30s, however, many schools began offering free or low-cost lunches. Since bologna was relatively inexpensive, it became a popular lunchtime
Man, I
staple.
want some bologna action, bro. Does anybody else not want some bologna now, bro? Like, please. Yo, Vipers with the 10 gifted. Yo, W Vipers with the 10 gifted. Thank you. Happy birthday, Rory. Yo, another 5 from Vipers. That's 15 for Vipers. Yo, W Vipers with the 15 gifted. I really appreciate you. Thank you. What did you just say, you disgusting, rancid, putrid, horrific loser? Bread dates back to 800 BC in Egypt. See, why you just spread misinformation? Why? There was no way people knew how to make bread way back then. Stop. Yo, MC with the 5, thank you. Why y'all lying? Yo, Kahlua with 25,000 bits, by the way. Lord have mercy. W Kahlua with the 25,000 bits. Wow, that is absolutely insane. Thank you. W Kahlua with the 25,000 bits. I just seen that fly by. Appreciate that. Seriously, thank you. W Kahlua with the 25,000 bits. That's absolutely insane. I appreciate that.
Then, in 1946, President Truman...
Search it up. I'm here to tell you. Okay? I'm here.
signed the National School Lunch Act, establishing lunch programs nationwide. Bologna fit the bill nicely. It was relatively cheap, filling, and easy to prepare, favored by students and harried lunch ladies alike. One concoction that may stand out, especially for school kids in the South, the Bologna Boat, a slice of bologna topped with mashed potatoes and cheese.
That looks absolutely disgusting. That looks like a disease.
The mid-20th century also saw the rise of refrigeration and grocery store refrigerated sections. Convenience foods like bologna, which were packaged in plastic and had a long shelf life, were popular with busy parents too.
Cap. Here's to your health. Oh, here. They're about now. He's about to tell us everything that's wrong with bologna. But do I care? No, I don't.
But flavor and freshness do not always equate to a food's health benefits. For this and other reasons, not everybody is a bologna fan.
Yes, they are.
I hate bologna. Like,
who are you?
More than anything.
Who are you? Excuse me?
Not everybody is a bologna fan.
I hate bologna.
Who do
like,
you
more
think
than
you are? Tommy with the 5, thank you.
Anything else in the world. Oh.
Why are you? Stop!
No, some of those school kids gagged on bologna sandwich day. And more than one prison riot has been blamed on the meals inmates are fed, many of which include cold bologna sandwiches.
That's a good thing.
Sometimes more than once a day.
Bologna's good.
Bologna contains high amounts of sodium, fat, and disconcerting sounding ingredients.
So? Wow, that's crazy.
It's like potassium acetate and sodium erythorbate.
That's good for you.
Potassium acetate is used as a preservative and acidity regulator in food. But another of its applications is as a runway de-icer.
That's okay.
Icy deliciousness. The World Health Organization has classified processed meats like bologna, sausages, and deli ham as a Group 1 carcinogen, which means that there's evidence that processed meats can increase your risk of cancer, especially of the bowel and...
Bro. It's called Class 1 carcinogen, not Group 1 carcinogen, by the way. Get your facts straight. But who cares?
Stomach. So bologna is probably not an everyday
Thank
food
you.
if you're paying attention to your intake of salt, fat, and preservatives.
I mean, dude, everything's a carcinogen, chat.
Despite its questionable health benefits and its reputation as cheap processed junk food,
And literally, me and my buddy Link, we've had a meme for years. Every time we get hungry, it's like, man, I need some carcinogens. That's what we've been saying forever. Because we know whatever we're about to go eat is going to be a carcinogen.
he still finds its way.
I was trying to cope. I ain't got no reason to cope. I ain't going to sit here and act like it ain't bad. Am I going to quit eating it? Nope. What you talking about? You think you broke? What you mean?
Onto the menu of butcher shops and fine dining establishments across America. Today, there are plenty of places to get high-end bologna. The Midwest is studded with old-world-type sausage
Y'all
makers
need to
that
quit
sling
hating,
the meat,
bro.
like Usingers in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Frick's Quality Meats in Washington, Missouri, Kogel's in Flint, Michigan, and the list goes on. With all that delicious bologna at their disposal, it's only natural that chefs across the country would be putting it to use.
Let me get some of that
Fried bologna
bologna.
sandwiches, we got them. Thick-cut, thin-shaved American cheese or cheddar.
Do y'all remember that block of bologna I was telling you about to start a
Fried
stream?
bologna sandwiches,
This shit right here.
we got them.
This whole block. Man, that is so good. That is so good right there. Takis chicken sandwich with the 5.
Thick-cut, thin-shaved American cheese or cheddar. What's your pleasure? There are bologna salad sandwiches, German pasta salad
Okay,
with
stop.
bologna, even mini corn dogs called French poodles.
That would
which
hit.
incorporate that Midwestern classic, ring bologna. In 2017, Bon Appetit named New Orleans restaurant Turkey and the Wolf the best restaurant of the year. The restaurant's fried bologna sandwich in particular received an extremely enthusiastic review from critic Andy Knowlton, who wrote, "Chef-owner Mason Hereford's take on a bologna sandwich had nothing in common with the mayo and Wonder Bread ones I grew up
You are
eating.
glazing.
In his, 3 slices of locally made bologna were griddle fried, blanketed in American cheese, and stacked
No, you're messing it up. Bologna sandwiches don't need cheese, Chad. They don't.
on thick-cut, butter-griddled Pullman slices with house-made hot mustard, Duke's brand mayo, and shreddus, what Mason calls shredded lettuce.
Okay.
It was further crunchified with 2 fistfuls of vinegar-brined potato
It
chips.
I'm not gonna lie, it does
And
look,
does
that
sound
looks
like a pretty
good.
damn good
Wow,
sandwich.
that looks good.
Chef Matt Bolus, who runs restaurants in Nashville and Louisville, summed up bologna this way: fried bologna is good for your soul. Cold bologna can be just as delicious when done right. I mean, really, all bologna is good for the soul.
Yeah,
the food
it's
of the
not
people.
good for your body though, but it's good for your soul. That's all that matters.
Bologna, the soulful deli meat of the people. What's good for the soul is also good for the complexion, right? Bologna's popularity as a comfort food item isn't limited to menus. Oscar Mayer is upping its bologna game with a recent foray into the world of skincare.
What?
With the officially branded Oscar Mayer Bologna Hydrogel Sheet Face Mask. Hey, maybe that de-icer will strip the wrinkles from your complexion. An Oscar Mayer marketing exec says the meaty facializer is inspired by those who used to playfully make masks out of their bologna as kids.
Nobody
This
ever
product was
did
born
that.
as a modern-day way to spark smiles for fans of
Oh,
Oscar
that's
Mayer
nasty. Oh, that's nasty.
and beauty enthusiasts alike. And hey, if the masks are sold out, you can always make yours the old-fashioned way. So what do you think? Bologna
I think bologna. What was you about to ask?
good or bologna great?
Bologna
Let us
great.
know.
Bologna good. Bologna good. Yo, happy birthday, Gina. Okay, good. This is a good poll. This is a good poll right here. I'm happy with this. It has a little bit too many bads, but at least good is winning. That's what I can say. Airbender, thank you. What this disgusting loser just say? Process goobers. Let me guess, Tom Rolling 247. Everything you eat is all natural and you live out in the woods. You don't eat nothing processed. Let me guess, buddy. Shut up. Yeah, you don't eat nothing processed. You're just a health fanatic. You eat just pure cut. You got your own cows in your backyard that you dehead with a shovel when you're ready to eat a steak. Is that what it is? Because I can guarantee you. You know what I mean?
It's Wayfair's biggest sale of the season. For 5 days only, get up to 80% off everything home during Wayfair's.
I'm good. Most disturbing things caught on doorbell footage, y'all already know. Baloney was never good. Yes, it literally was. I'm about to cut stream off.
This clip was captured at 5 in the morning on October 2nd, 2022. In it, 3 men are shown standing in front of this house's front door. They're carrying weapons and wearing masks resembling the ones from the movie The Purge. One of them sees the doorbell camera and immediately puts his hand over it.
Why are you putting your hand over the camera if you already have masks on? That's the whole point.
For a good portion of the video, all you can see is his glove. But for a second, he uncovers the camera, revealing all 3 men up close.
You can just tell they ain't about this life, chat. You can just tell by their aura they are not about this life. Look at the way he was like, no, cover the camera. Watch. Look. Bro, y'all so scary for no reason.
They're seen leaned up against the wall and crouching low to the ground, clearly trying to stay out of the view of anyone inside. That's when the homeowner finally wakes up to all the motion detected notifications on his phone.
They woke up to a motion detected alert, but there ain't no motion at the door, buddy. Let me tell you, these dudes are some goobers.
All he sees is a glove covering the camera. Having not yet seen the earlier footage, he goes on the speaker and tries to identify who's on his front porch.
These dudes are some goobers, bro. Like, yeah, let's come.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
The men do not respond. So the
bro, that's when you say I have a bazooka aimed at the front door, you're gonna die in 10 seconds unless you leave. What you mean, hello?
Police. By the time the police arrived, though, the men were gone. Many believe they were trying to lure the homeowner into opening the door so they could rob him. But why then not try to convince him to come to the door when he came on the doorbell speaker? It's more likely they were trying to pick the lock while the camera was being covered.
Hello?
What they then planned to do when they got inside is anyone's best guess.
See somebody at your front door with a knife and like a mask on, you're like, hello? Hello?
This woman had just gotten back from walking her dog.
How you doing?
Her doorbell camera shows her starting to take off the dog's leash when she looks over to the right, causing her to quickly pick up her dog and get inside. Immediately, we find out why. A man comes into frame and walks right up to the front door. He tries the handle, but she managed to lock it just in time. The man then starts putting on gloves, and she also mentioned
she got in the crib at the perfect time.
He's carrying zip ties. He looks into the house and tries the door handle multiple more times within the next few minutes. Eventually, her neighbor comes outside. To this, the man picks up a nearby garden hose and acts like he's doing yard work. Once the neighbor left, the man walks around to the house's back door.
Camera recording.
Bro, if she would have been a second later.
He tried forcing the back door open, to which the homeowner locked herself in a room and called the police. In the time it took them to arrive, the man tried breaking in almost every window to the house.
What?
He broke off the screen to one of the back windows, but was ultimately unsuccessful at getting inside. By the time police arrived, he had left. There wasn't much the police could do by that point. The homeowner ended up posting the video to TikTok in the hopes that someone could identify the man.
I mean, he was right there!
No one could. 10-year-old Graydon Dowland is a kid from Riverton, Utah. It was around 6 p.m. on a night in December. He was alone walking home from basketball practice this night. At some point during his walk, he noticed a 4-door sedan driven by 2 men slowly lurking around behind him. Graydon said he started walking faster when he saw it. Then the car drove up right next to him. The men inside rolled down their windows and told Graydon they had candy in the back seat, trying to entice him inside.
Kellogg with the 5.
This happened only blocks away from his house. He ignored the men and only started to walk even faster away from them. A few seconds pass, and he makes it to his house's front porch. His family's house had a doorbell camera, and as Graydon approached, you're actually able to see the car in the background. He continues to look over at it as he walks up to the front door. He tries the front door handle, but realizes it was locked. At the exact same time, the car's...
They didn't give him a key?!
Reverse lights turn on and it starts heading towards him.
He throwing rocks at him!
Graydon yells out and quickly grabs nearby rocks to defend himself. He then runs to his next door neighbor's house. Their door was unlocked, so he let himself in and immediately locked it behind him. The car can then be seen turning around and following him. For the next several minutes, the car lurks around the area waiting for Graydon to come back outside. Police were called and a report was made. Graydon described...
Wow, bro's goated. Wow. Bro immediately, defended himself. He immediately started picking up rocks and throwing them at him. And then he ran to the neighbor's house.
The men as being in their 30s or 40s with no facial hair. Both Graydon's family and the police have almost no doubt.
This little 13-year-old kid got quadruple the survival instincts that one dude did in that camping video. That grown man.
The men were trying to kidnap him that night.
But again, how do you not give your kid a key to the door?
Zaxby's just dropped new lemon pepper. So you can get that zesty lemon and cracked black pepper flavor you love on
Yo,
the chicken.
Zaxby's is going crazy with their ads, bro. I'd say I've seen more Zaxby's ads the past month than I have my whole life.
This clip shows a mother and her kids quickly packing their belongings in response to an evacuation notice. It happened in Canyon County, California, around the time a wildfire was raging across the area. In the back of the footage, you can see it. Fire and smoke loom over the neighborhood in the hills behind.
That is insane.
They pack as fast as they can, but they don't know how much time they have. Eventually, a man runs across the street, warning the family that the fire was coming up.
Everyone evacuate, the fire's coming up! It's okay, girls. It is okay.
They finally leave the neighborhood, evacuated to safety at a nearby hotel. A few days later, the fire around the home died down.
Dude, look at the fire action right there.
Somehow, their house remained untouched. Although the same can't be said for others in the neighborhood.
Their house?
Multiple nearby homes were completely destroyed by the fire.
Dude, could you imagine, Chad, if you had 30 seconds to evacuate your house, 30 seconds flat, what are you grabbing? 30 seconds. Yeah. "30 seconds, I'm grabbing Kitty. I'm grabbing the Nintendo Switch 2 box that Dashie signed and sent me. And I think that's all I'm grabbing. Everything else gone. I'm grabbing Kitty. My phone's... Your phone is default, though, because you have your phone in your pocket. I don't know. I think I grabbed Kitty, that box, Might grab the YouTube play buttons. I don't know. No food? Bro, you can get food after. Food is not a thing that you're going to be grabbing, going out of your way to grab, if you have 30 seconds to evacuate your house. There's no way. I'd grab my wallet. Yeah, I'd grab my wallet. Yeah, I think that's it. Honestly. Yeah. Charger? But y'all got a charger in y'all's whip too, right? People got a charger in your car. The Game Award? No, the Game Award's in the warehouse, so it's straight. It's good. That would be a grabbed thing though, if it was in the crib. Yeah, honestly. So I got Kitty, the signed Nintendo Switch 2 box from Dashie. My wallet, and like my YouTube play buttons. Yep. Clothes. Oh yeah, I'm grabbing all the CaseOh merch too. Yeah, I'm grabbing it too. Yeah, I'm grabbing all that and throwing it in. Yep. Zebra cake box with a 5. Thank you. Might grab it too.
It's uploaded to TikTok in order to warn others to be aware of their surroundings. In the video, the uploader, who was a mother named JoJo, and her son Daniel are returning home late at night. They open the front door and go inside. Once they close the door behind them, a man can be seen in the frame, walking up to the house. He immediately tries opening the door.
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower. Please, Daniel. Who's that?
Bro, if she wouldn't have locked that door, dude. Dude,
JoJo and Daniel engage in an argument, with JoJo telling him to go shower, while he says he's too tired. Yet this doesn't...
She peeped him, though. You can see when she peeped him. Look.
JoJo telling him to go shower.
Was she looking? She's looking over him. She peeped him right there.
While he says he's too tired. Yet this doesn't drown out the clear sound of someone grabbing the front door handle only seconds after JoJo had locked it.
Bruh.
She looks outside and sees this man. She yells out for him to leave. The man takes one step back, but stays in front of the camera. He doesn't respond, rather just stands there with a blank expression.
He don't say nothing.
Who is that? Get out of here! Get out of here!
Oh, no.
There's a guy outside. Look.
Oh, no.
It's not known where the man came from. It's hard to see with the door blocking the view. Some think he had been following the two all the way back home, while others believe he was camped out next to the home, specifically waiting for them to return.
Bruh.
Either way, what he had planned to do if that door was unlocked is unclear.
You know, if he ain't saying nothing, he ain't even responding to her saying nothing, nothing.
It's likely we'll never be able to know for sure.
Man, that's crazy, bruh.
So it's book.
Man, golly, bruh.
If you don't book, it's a shame.
In June of 2021, a woman posted a set of Ring camera videos to the internet. She explained how her mother had recently installed 2 Ring cameras around their house. On one of the first few nights of having the cameras, her phone would get spammed with motion-detected notifications. She reviewed them, and this is what she saw.
What? Who's that? Chat, why do people do this, bro? Why can't people just leave folks alone?
Some man was walking around the outside of the house. Though something she picked up on almost right away was how easily he was doing it, like as if he already knew the exact layout of the outside of the house. She worried this wasn't his first time. He would walk around looking in different windows, which included hers. Seeing this, she called the cops and reported it. They later showed up, but by that time the guy was gone. There wasn't much they could do. They basically just told her to keep her blinds, curtains, and windows closed at all times.
Wow!
She rightfully worried he might show up again.
Wow! Be like, hey, bruh, there's literally somebody trying to get into my house. Can y'all send an officer to chill over here for a little bit? No. No. Just lock your window. Like, bro, what?
She set up a trap of sorts outside
They
the
said
window.
somebody come sit out front of the house.
She strung a piece of rope between two trees, hoping the man wouldn't see it and would trip over it, making a lot of noise, alerting her of his presence. Disturbingly, exactly a week later at 2 a.m., she would hear someone trip over the rope. Immediately, she pulled out her phone and opened the live camera feed.
Oh, I thought you were about to say she pulled out a blinky or something.
Standing directly outside of her window looking in was the same man from before.
I don't see him. Oh. Dude, what are you doing? Look, he looking for... Dude, that is it. He trying to get on the ceiling.
After she saw this footage, she went up to her mother's room and told her about the man. The two of them went back to the window, opened the curtains, and started banging on the glass to scare the man off. They called the police, but once again, when they arrived, the man was gone.
Ain't that just how it always goes, huh, chat? When they arrived, he was gone. Off the scene.
Her mother ended up moving to a new house. They never heard anything more from police.
The fact that you gotta move to a whole new house because somebody being creepy like this is insane. Squeaky with the file.
This doorbell footage shows the sudden explosion of a home in Arlington, Texas.
What?
It was 2 a.m. on January 1st, 2022, when a few houses down, the giant explosion goes off. The explosion was reported to have been caused by a gas appliance that wasn't fully shut off. Fortunately, no one was in the home when it happened.
Oh, well, that's good.
In fact, there were no injuries resulting from the incident. However, the damage was extensive.
No injuries, nobody died. That's good. Chat, me and my parents, we went on like some weekend trip. Like, what is a long time ago. Box with the 5, thank you. We was gone from like Friday to Sunday night. We got home. When we got home, they checked the stove, and we had like 4 hot dogs on the stove still with the flame going the whole time we was gone. I remember that. Mom, you remember that? We came back. We was gone for like 3 days. We came back. There was 3 hot dogs still in the pot that somebody had left that they was cooking, and the flame was still on. And I remember everybody was tweaking like, dude.
Not only did the house suffer major structural damage, but flying debris hit...
Almost caught the house on fire one time too, because I was probably like 8. No, I was probably older than 8. I was probably around 10. Parents wasn't home because I think it was like a school holiday. I was going to cook me some noodles in the microwave. Brother was at the house. I was going to cook me some noodles in the microwave. So I got the noodles. I put them in there. I thought everything was good. Yo, KV with the 5. Thank you. 5 minutes later, I hear yelling. My brother yelling. I didn't put no water in the noodles, bro. I walked into the kitchen. The whole kitchen was smoked out. Whole kitchen was smoked out, and the plastic bowl with the noodles in it was completely burnt and melted through. And he got the noodles and threw them out the window. Dude, I almost caught the whole house. Dude, no joke. You have to know to put water in noodles, because if you don't, it will actually like smoke out your house. Like seriously, it will. It will smoke out your house, bro. Like actually. Chad, has anybody forgot to put water in your noodles when you cooked them? I did not know that would happen. I thought it would be like a thing, like I don't really know what I would expect to happen, but the amount of smoke, and it smelled like burnt noodles in the house for like a week straight. I'm telling you, bro. Like if I ever made like a shooter game or something, I wouldn't put smoke grenades in the game. The smoke grenade would be called dry noodle bomb. And you would pull out a cup of dry noodles, light it on fire, and throw it on the ground, and it would just be a smoke screen. Because I'm telling you, bro, it looked like a dadgum smoke grenade went off in the house. Romans with the 5, thank you.
Nearby buildings as well.
Residents
in the apartments across the street reported blown out windows from the explosion.
It does, though.
Vehicles also were damaged. The authorities received multiple calls immediately after the explosion went off.
Yep. Sure did. Chad, y'all ever actually almost burnt y'all's house down?
This video was uploaded to TikTok in September of 2022. The uploader said it was about 3 a.m. when his doorbell camera captured a man walking across the street.
September of 2022. This is when I very first started streaming.
He walks directly towards the house's front porch and eventually right up to the camera, at which point you can see the man is wearing some kind of mask with a drawn-on mustache.
Yo, that music they added is creepy, bro. Stop. Oh, nah!
The homeowner eventually woke up from all the notifications on his phone. He sees the man looking inside through his windows and trying to open his door. To this, he immediately threw on some clothes and went outside to confront the man.
Oh, he went out there. Oh, he got him a golf club and a robe. Hey!
When he didn't find him, he opted to call the police and send in a report.
He about to snap that
Likely
dude
nothing
up.
came of this. The uploader never gave an update, but considering the man was wearing a mask, he probably won't ever be identified.
Dana with the 5, thank you. Man, that's creepy, bruh. Man, golly, that's creepy. Ooh, got another one, Chad. One more.
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room and built a Wix website to sell them.
Chat, they addicting, bro. I'm not gonna lie, they addicting.
This footage was captured in Flint, Michigan on April 24th, 2023. The house had 2 Ring cameras, one above the garage and the other was a Ring doorbell camera. Around 10 p.m., a man in a red jacket...
Hey, that's a clean little deck y'all got right there, though. I see what y'all did there. That's brand new, too. That's clean. That's a good little sitting porch right there.
And another person just behind him are shown walking up to the house's front door. Before knocking or ringing the doorbell, the man in the jacket immediately starts trying to break down the door.
Wow. No questions asked, just straight up kicking it in. They must have known who lived here then. Yo,
the Ring camera falls to the ground from the impacts, but the door itself doesn't budge. After those few seconds, the man walks around to the house's side door and again immediately starts trying to break it down. By this point, the homeowner had woken up in a panic and was checking their camera's feed for an explanation.
They blurred out something right there.
The homeowner had woken up in a panic and was
checking. He probably pulled out a blinky. Oh no!
Their camera's feed for an explanation. They noticed their doorbell camera on the ground, and so they switched over to their other camera. As the banging noise rang out throughout the house, they could now see what was causing it.
See,
the homeowner's voice coming over the speaker.
That goes to show you most people that try to break in somebody's house at night are probably hoping that nobody lives there. Because the second they're met with any like confrontation at all, 90% of the time they just run off. Even if it's just over the doorbell cam, you just be like, hey, they take off running.
The two men off.
But the ones that don't run away when you say something and they stay there, those are the ones you got to worry about, because those ones that's going to kill you.
Police were called out to the property. When they reviewed the footage, they noted that one of the men was armed. What these two men planned to do with the people inside if they had successfully broken in,
they were just trying to rob them, but you could tell. You could tell that's because they ran off.
Is unknown. It's unclear if they were ever identified by police. This clip was captured at 3 in the morning on April 9th, 2023. It happened in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The homeowner was sleeping when the clip was recorded. It wasn't until he woke up and saw a notification on his phone that he found out about it. He reviewed the footage, horrified. This is what he saw.
Bro,
a woman is shown trying multiple different keys to get into the house and looking around for a hidden one.
Is that like a key in the shape of a revolver?
The house.
That's literally what that is.
And even looking around for a hidden one.
What? Bro, stop. Bro, say something. Dude.
The homeowner claimed that he had never seen this woman before. He said that she later started throwing rocks at his car and trying those locks.
And you still didn't say nothing the whole time, cuh?
It's likely she was under the influence of something. Multiple times she tries to insert keys into the doorbell camera itself. After a few minutes, she walks off and was never seen on the property again. Her intentions are unknown.
Chat, that's scary, bro.
Walter Hickox is a homeowner in Daytona Beach, Florida. His home is set out in a wooded section of the city. In January of 2022, Walter was taking his 3 dogs out onto the porch when he noticed one of them intently looking at something outside. The dogs suddenly start running to the left side of the camera, and that's when Walter realizes they were looking at a black bear. The bear climbs over a protective railing.
That's why those stupid little baby gates don't help nothing. Another reason again why those baby gates ain't worth nothing, dude. You know, I mean, those things don't do nothing. You know? It can't even stop a bear.
Realizes they were looking at a black bear.
Wait,
the bear climbs over a protective
railing. Wait, did his dog get snatched up?
As it goes for the dogs. With barely any time to process what he was seeing, Walter lunges at the bear as it goes for his dogs. He manages to push it back before he shoves a nearby chair in the doorway, preventing it from attacking again. He yells out that he was attacked by a bear as he brings his dogs back inside.
Oh my God! I got attacked by a bear! Oh my God!
When I had time to just sit and just stare it all hit me, and I started bawling. I couldn't believe how close to death I was, and I did it for my dog.
Walter received minor injuries from the bear. His dog's dead.
Dude, that dog would have been gone!
Receive any injuries.
Popeye se está poniendo saucy.
W Mans, though, he saved that dog.
Are you tired of uncomfortable
I think Cat, you'd have done the same thing, right?
We deserve better.
This homeowner in Texas got a knock at their door for a DoorDash delivery around 1:20 in the morning. Only the homeowner hadn't ordered DoorDash. She was sleeping.
What?
It was only her and her nephew in the home at the time. She remembers waking up to a metal clinking sound, but didn't think much of it until she noticed damage to the outside of her house the next morning. This caused her to look back at her cameras, both the footage from her doorbell camera and the one she had set up in her backyard.
Wow, you got money, don't you? You got a putting green and an in-ground trampoline. Okay, bud.
This is what she saw.
You know you got bread when you got an in-ground trampoline, chat. Yo, Johnny with the 5, thank you.
DoorDash.
You know you lying.
The first video isn't as concerning. A woman standing at the door claiming to be with DoorDash from 1:20 a.m. to 2 a.m. This could be written off as a determined delivery driver that unknowingly had the wrong address. But it was the backyard footage that was genuinely concerning.
Yo.
At 2 a.m., 4 men got into the backyard and tried to gain entry into the home through a window. It's likely they planned on entering through the front door by ambushing the person that opened it for the DoorDash delivery. But when no one answered, they resorted to trying the backyard while the fake DoorDash deliverer stayed out front as a distraction. However, unfortunately, the men would be unsuccessful and are shown running away from the house on the backyard camera. The 4 men and the woman at the front door were all seen leaving the area together in a dark-colored sedan.
Bruh.
They were never caught by police.
Imagine you innocently answer the door thinking it's some DoorDash driver that got the address wrong, and you go out there completely unknowing. To be like, no, wrong address, sorry. All of a sudden, 4 dudes push the door in, and they take everything. TV gone. Jewelry gone.
In June of 2019, multiple homes in Chicago got a visit from a man claiming to be an investigator known as Jeff Rushmore. The only problem
Where's his brother Mount at?
That man doesn't exist. He was impersonating an investigator with the local police department.
Wow!
Equipped with a fake uniform, a fake badge, and
look at this goober!
Fake police radio chatter. This Ring camera caught him performing the act.
Can you open the door? 26, I got you en route. Hill Park District 821 is going to be the 6th person.
Does this dude have a radio on too? That's where this dude's whole setup goes wrong, because like the real investigators that wear suits and stuff, I don't think they carry radios with them like that. Because why would the investigators need a radio? Because there's not, you know what I mean? This dude's a goober. He act like me and Contraband Police when I do this, acting like I'm talking to HQ. Bro, get out of here!
door. The individual's not answering the door.
The homeowner does
notice nobody responded when he said something.
To the door, yet the man stays in character, even faking a call back reporting the unresponsive
Why
homeowner.
would you do this? Why?
Another home in the area equipped with a Ring doorbell camera shows the same man. This time the homeowner does open the door.
What?
Hi, sorry to bother you so late. Rushmore with the Winfield Police Department. I'm an investigator. One of your neighbors down the street reported a missing.
The video cuts out there. The man
Because the dude that opened the door probably, beat him down with that chair. Is probably why it cut off.
Explains a missing person case, and when the homeowner says he doesn't know anything about it, the interaction ends. The motives behind him impersonating an investigator are unknown. Often there are cases like this where the man is simply trying to get people to open their door thinking they're safe, but proceed to rob them, or sometimes worse.
What?
However, he doesn't do this. No one knows his motives. One commenter...
Somebody says probably a cosplay. I understand if you want to cosplay something like this, but you don't take it to the point where you're knocking at people's doors at whatever it is at night.
Said, I honestly believe he was testing the waters, and as he felt more confident, he would have escalated from getting people to open their door to entering into people's homes to only God knows what next. According to recent documents, the man was never identified.
How?
What
do you mean he wasn't identified? His name's Jeff. Yo!
You know you're getting all the latest.
His name's Jeff Rushmore.
This video was captured in Kansas City. The doorbell footage shows a man appearing on the left side of the screen and climbing on the guardrail.
That thing
He was
about
trying
to
to stay in the
snap.
frame as he attempted to take the Ring camera off of the home. Inside the home was a woman and her son.
Chat, this the first person we see try to take the camera off the door, by the way. Y'all peep that?
The man was the woman's ex-boyfriend. He failed to remove the camera, so he left, but returned 30 minutes later.
What?
This time he had a cloth to cover the camera.
No way. Buddy, you're already on camera, dude.
Three minutes later, the homeowner's son ran into her room, frantic, telling her their car was on fire. Police and firefighters were called to the scene, but not before the fire destroyed their car and most of their home. Marianne, an expert in abusive relationships, responded with, "Abusive relationships are about power and control, and when that power and control is taken away or it's minimized, then what we see is those efforts are escalated to try and get them back." Police are currently looking for the homeowner's ex-boyfriend seen in the video.
How is nobody getting called? How?
This happened in
These
April
people, bro.
2023 in a wooded section of Asheville, North Carolina. The homeowner of this house got a notification saying motion was detected at her front door.
Now there actually is motion at the door this time.
She opened the app on her phone and saw 3 bears on her front porch. They were tearing open a package that had recently been
Just want to
delivered.
point out, by the way, this little yard is a vibe right here.
Inside the package was dog food, which they easily would have been able to smell. The homeowner opened her door and confronted the animals, trying to scare them off.
Don't confront them! Let them live in the house with you and feed them.
The bears take one of the food out of the package.
Yo!
They're seen on the right side of the screen with the bag in their mouth as they walk off.
Yo, he actually secured it. No way.
The bears take one of the 2 bags of dog food inside the package. They're seen on the right side of the screen with the bag in their mouth as they walk off.
Hey, she lucky the mama bear wasn't out there.
This footage was captured at night just before 2 a.m. It shows a man ringing the doorbell to this home in Rochester, New York. Immediately after, he hides behind a parked car. He's seen crouched down, holding some kind of club in his hand, breathing heavily and sweating profusely.
Oh, no.
He nervously looks back and forth from out at the street to back at the house's front door.
What's he got, a 2x4? Bro, what you doing, bruh? That's when you hit
the man clearly looks to be on something. When he realizes...
Imagine how bad it would scare him if you hit the alarm on your car.
No one was going to answer the door. He walks away. Another minute passes when a voice yells out that the police are on their way.
Bud, you need some new internet. He's been gone for 5 minutes. Buddy, ain't nobody out there. He's like people in the chat when they react to something that happened 2 hours previously.
It's unclear whose voice this is. There are 2 main possibilities here. Either this man was hiding from someone for one reason or another, and he was trying to get inside a house so that he wouldn't be found, the voice being the person he was hiding from. Or he was trying to bait the homeowner into opening the door, where he then planned to do who knows what. The voice here being a concerned neighbor that saw what he was doing. Either way, the man most likely did not have the best intentions.
Yo, W Chillin' Scares, chat. These videos always hit, no joke. W Chillin' Scares, for real. Them videos always hit. I'm talking chat. Them videos always hit.